On our trip to Tanzania, we were welcomed right away by the choir of the church at the airport and many other members of the congregation. We couldn't touch our suitcases or anything. I mean, they had things handled. They brought flowers, and when we got to the homes, showed us what we had for facilities and where we were going to stay, and it was very, very outpouring of kindness. I really right away think of joy and all of the caring that they showed us right away and throughout the whole time we were there. And one of the things that our host said to us was he felt so lucky that he was able to have us in his home. He said out of 2,000 or 3,000 members of the church, they picked me that I get to, where some people might look at it, oh, here's this poor guy that's providing a couple weeks of food and transportation and hosting us, and he did it with grace and joy.
He came back changed from that trip. It was really how special he felt, and then being involved in their daily lives and their church lives, and just seeing them in action was just further validation of the kind of stuff that we like to do too. We like to take care of people. That is one of our core values, and we have expressed that in a lot of different ways here at church. As an example, since Bruce was just talking about Tanzania, when the group was visiting, and he came home and said, I said we'd have a dinner. And I said, of course we will.
Hospitality to me means giving of yourself to others. I was led by my parents. They were my and my sister's positive example. My mom took care of her mother who had Alzheimer's, but then had to put her mom into a nursing home. And they visited her at least 3 or 4 times a week. And through that, I could see what they were doing for her, and that was very meaningful for her. My dad and my mom were very much a partnership, and then my dad passed away almost 10 years ago now, and left mom kind of on her own, and she was already showing signs of dementia. In fact, the last final words that my dad says was, make sure you take care of mom. And so we promised to dad, and we would have done it anyway, but that was very tender to hear him say, on his deathbed, make sure you're taking care of mom. So we did, and it just became natural for us to do that. But then it became evident that she could no longer maintain even an apartment living situation, and either she had to be put into memory care or take her home. And I didn't hesitate one moment. I was not working, I had lost my job, so I was retired, and I could take her home with me. And that was the best thing that could have happened to both of us. God is so good to have put us together in this way. I never would have guessed that after working 35 years with a company, working on computers and technology stuff, that I would be really doing everything for my mother, such as she did for me when I was a baby. It's very emotional. Not everybody gets that chance. Death is, she's now in her final stages of dementia. So it's soon, but we're able to say goodbyes, we're able to talk to her, we know that she hears us, she can't really respond back, but taking care of my mother is just a real honor, a real blessing.